Okay, so a few days ago I'd done a video on the Watch ONN 4K Pro streaming device that I got sent to me here in the UK. I showed you how I got on with it. Now, part of the video I was going to show you the unboxing of it, but the video was long enough already, so you really didn't want to see that as well. But I've done a separate video here today showing you me unboxing the whole device. Stick around, all the details coming up shortly. Don't forget to like this video, share it and subscribe to my channel. Doing these three things help us make more great videos for you. So as I say, I've got this 4K Pro streaming device, Watch ONN. It was sent to me from the States. It's available if you're in the States in Walmart stores. If you're in the UK, unfortunately, it's a bit more difficult to get hold of one of these. There are a few floating around on eBay that I've seen at the moment. So if you are looking for one of these, then have a look on eBay. It's a great streaming device. I mean, let's just have a look at the box itself. So as you can see there, it's got Hey Google, it's got Chromecast built in, Dolby Vision and Atmos, and also it's got Google TV. So let's just have a look on the side of the box there. So on the side we've got here, find more at walmart.com, Walmart's address, a barcode, a helpline there if you're in the US. On the other side there, just a simple ONN, and on this side here, just a simple ONN2. On the back of the box, we've actually got a few little things there. So it's got the specifications. So it's a 4K ultra high definition resolution device. The CPU is a quad-core Cortex A55. This is comparable to the Fire TV Stick 4K Max 2nd generation, as is the graphical processing unit. That is a Mali G31 MP2. So although the Firestick 4K Max 2nd generation doesn't have that GPU, it is on par with it. It's got 3 GB of RAM with 32 GB of storage. Fire TV Stick 4K Max 2nd gen only has 2 GB of RAM and only 16 GB of storage. I say only, that is still quite a bit, but this has got a massive amount of storage. It's got Wi-Fi 6 and has 2.4 and 5 GHz 802.118X. If you're worried about using one of these in the UK because of the power, then don't be concerned. The input voltage is anywhere from 100 volts to 240 volts, so basically can be used absolutely anywhere in the world, 50 to 60 hertz. And the output DC, which is really irrelevant, is 12 volts, 1.5 amps. The USB port on it is a USB 3 port, so faster transfer speeds. And so what have we got? What's in the box? So as it says here, one 4K Pro streaming device, one remote control, 2 AAA batteries included, an HDMI cable of 1.5 meters or 4.92 feet in old money. You've also got an AC adapter. Now this is going to be an American adapter, but you can get a converter plug to convert that. They're a couple of quid here in the UK. You've also got a power cable on that of 1.49 meters or 4.88 feet in old money. And you've got a quick start guide. So let's open the box, shall we? Let's just see the box. Unlike some devices, isn't sealed. Let's just see what we've got. Straight away, we have got the ONN device here, and quite handily on this, it tells you on the actual wrapper all of the ports. So here you've got the power adapter port there, the USB 3 goes in there, the HDMI goes in there, Ethernet goes in there if you need to use Ethernet, and that there is the reset button just on the top. On the side, as we can see, we've got a microphone on-off switch. So if you really don't want Google to be listening to you, then you can turn that off. And then on the bottom there you go, you have got a button around there underneath the packaging, which is Find My Remote. So if you lose your remote control down the back of the sofa, you can push the button and it finds your remote. And there's also a few sort of setup instructions there. So it says, number one, connection to your TV. Connect the HDMI cable from the device to the TV's HDMI port. And then step two, connection with power. Connect the included power adapter to the 4K Pro. And then it gives you some advice there, and it says, place the 4K Pro 12 inches away from any devices. Don't place 4K Pro in a closed cabinet. I suppose this is to prevent overheating. Also, it would impede the Wi-Fi if you're using Wi-Fi, and if you're using the Google voice function, then it's not going to hear you if it's closed away in a cupboard. So on the back side, there's nothing there really. You've just got the wrappings. So let's undo this and get the box out. So just peel that across there like so, and let's just slide this out. And straight away there, as you can see, the back of the box, I'm just trying to keep this in focus. You've got there, it's a bit difficult to see in this light here, but there is a reset button just there. Here we've got the Ethernet port, which is only 100 megabits, not a gigabit one. You've got an HDMI socket to plug into your TV. You've got a USB 3 port there to plug in accessories. So you could plug in a keyboard, a mouse, a wireless keyboard and mouse, or you could plug in a USB device. But that USB device for extra storage has to be formatted to FAT32. So that is good there if you've got films or TV shows that you want to stream locally on this device. You can format the device to FAT32, plug it in there, and they will play through something like VLC player. Now with FAT32 there is a limitation. You can only have file sizes up to 4 gigabytes. So in that case, I would recommend using a good encoder, something like HEVC X265, which is going to make the file size as small as possible without compromising much quality. So you've also on there got the DC in, so that's the power. Turning it round, there's the switch on the side to turn the microphone off. I don't know if you can see that there, but when the microphone's off, there's a little bit of red just in there to show that it's switched off. If I switch it back on again, the red disappears. If I turn it round, you've got the button there for Find My Remote. So you push that if you've lost your remote, and your remote will start beeping. On the top here, that is the speaker. That's where the sound comes out, and it's pretty good sound. Underneath, so we've got there just really details on the streaming device, but also you've got this nice little rubber foot that goes all the way around, which means when you put this on a surface, it's not going to slide around and it's not going to scratch the surface either. So let's see what else is in the box. So let's just open this out. We have got the remote control, 2 AAA batteries to go inside the remote control, the HDMI cable so that we can plug it between the 4K box and the TV, and then we've got the power connector. Let's just get the remote control out first. There are a few different variations of this remote. There is a backlit remote, but I've just got the plain one. The backlit remote also includes a big button in the center of it that says something like free TV or live TV. At the moment seems to be the remote that most people are getting, although I think Walmart have said that they are going to be focusing on the backlit remote. I can only imagine there's a supply chain problem with that at the moment, hence the reason why a lot of people are getting this remote rather than the backlit remote. Let's just have a look at the back of the remote. Nothing really that interesting there. You've got the cover just slides off for the batteries. So here is where you put your 2 AAA batteries. On the inside of the remote's battery cover, you've got here instructions on how to repair the remote, or repair the remote, not repair it if it breaks, but pair it up with the ONN streaming box. So while I've got that open, I'm just going to pop the batteries in. So let's just get the batteries out. Let's pop them in. So they go in alternate ways. So the nib on the one on the right hand side goes upwards, and the nib on the one on the left hand side goes downwards. I know on the Firestick they go the same way, so just make sure they're going in opposite directions. And let's just slide the cover back on. There we go, that's slid back on. On the remote itself, you've got some handy little buttons there. So this turns the device on and off, and your TV. This is, the star is like a programmable button. So if you've got a certain app that you want to launch when you push that, or you want it to switch to a certain HDMI port on your TV, you can do that. Here you've got your user button there, which takes you into your Google account. The microphone there is so that you can talk into the remote and ask it things, although you don't actually need to push that. You can just say Google, and it will respond through the speaker. You've got the settings button there to take you into the settings. Nice little navigation circle there, and a middle button to select. A back button there to take you out. Home button to get you into the home screen, and you've got a TV button there that takes you into, I believe that's the TV guide. And then further down you've got the volume up, volume down. You've got mute there, and channel up, channel down, and you've got 4 preset buttons there: YouTube, Netflix, Disney Plus, and Paramount Plus on the bottom of the remote. So nice little handy remote, about the same size I think as a Firestick remote. I've got my Firestick remote. This is my 4K Max remote, so it is a bit shorter, is a little bit shorter, about the same width. Okay, so let's move on. Let's see what else is in the box. So we have got a power adapter with this round kind of connection on the end. And because this is a US power adapter, I am going to need, being as I'm in the UK, a converter plug. So I can just plug that in there, and there you go. That means it can now plug directly into a British electrical socket. Put that to one side, and the other thing that's in there is an HDMI cable. So I can plug that one end into the back of my TV and the other end into the back of the ONN box. And there should be, it said, a quick start guide in here, but I haven't got an actual quick start guide. So I'm wondering if the wrapping that was round the ONN box is your quick start guide. But then saying that, on the bottom there it says see quick start guide for more information, but I don't appear to have a quick start guide in mine. I've just taken the box apart and there is nothing in there, but not to worry, it's fairly easy to set up. Okay, so all I need to do now then is I just need to grab my HDMI cable and plug that into the HDMI socket. If I've got a LAN cable, an Ethernet cable, then I can plug it straight in to there like so. It should click when it's firmly in place. If I've got a USB stick that I want to plug into it to either expand the memory, or I want to watch movies or TV shows from, then leave that out for the moment whilst you're first setting it up. However, if you've got a USB mouse or keyboard, or mouse keyboard combination, then you can plug that in now to make it easier to set up and control. And then finally, we need the power cable. So there's mine plugged into my adapter to make it compatible with the UK, and I can plug that just in there like so. So there we are. We're now ready to plug this in to the mains, and then the other end of the HDMI cable just there into the back of the TV. So there we are. I hope you liked this video, and if you did and found it useful, then please consider hitting that thanks button and making a donation to this channel. Or have a look down in the description down below if you want to have a look through my Amazon store, or looking for a Fire TV stick, Fire TV cube, Firestick accessories, or looking for a VPN, then we've got some great links down there for you. Buying, subscribing and donating really does help support this channel. It helps me to be able to spend more time researching to bring you these great videos. And whilst you're at my YouTube channel, why not stick around? I've got thousands of other videos for you right here, right now, covering all sorts of subjects. Hopefully whilst you're here, you're going to find something to educate you, entertain you, amuse you, and maybe even save you some time and money. And if whilst you're looking through my channel, you see something that you think your friends, your family or your work colleagues might like to see, then please don't forget to share these videos on your social media timelines. Check me out on X, I'm at CWTEK, or have a look at my website, it's cwtek.co.uk. Thanks for watching and speak to you again soon.